Okay, folks, so it's time to take a look into another important type of storage, which is the object storage. Now, we learned about the block storage, we learned about the file storage. Let's take a look what is an object storage. Now, the biggest difference that you would actually see is that although your object storage is actually sitting in the Oracle Cloud region, but it is actually giving you a public endpoint, right? So what it means is that sitting from anywhere, you can easily access, if you have, say, the required authorization on this, and you're able to authenticate to it, then you can access this storage. And that's why it has a public endpoint, right? So you don't need to go via the OCI layer directly. Basically, you can just directly reach to the object storage. So if you see here, you had a customer premise or the on-prem where you had different storages, like you had third-party backup. Here you're making use of the local storage. You have storage gateway. You have databases. And from here, you can just reach via the public internet into the object storage, or you could evenly access through the fast connect as well. So another name for say object storage is internet scale storage. Always remember, and sometimes this question comes is, which is the internet scale storage, and you have to choose it as the object storage, right? So let's take a look. So it is designed to store and manage unlimited amount of data. So, and what kind of data? Unstructured data, right? Very important, guys. Here we are talking about you are storing unlimited amount of data, and it goes to and we will take a look. It's not even petabytes or terabytes. It goes to exabytes. It's a pretty big number, right? So, and where would you use the object storage? You would be using it for backup. So probably you could say your database backup could actually be written onto the object storage directory, or you can store some logs. And sometimes you will see a lot of OCI audit logs would actually be written onto the object storage as well, and it could be some content repositories, and especially for big data, right? So it's a humongous amount of data can be written to an object storage. And we also studied about durability and redundancy in previous videos, and same is the case. It uses multiple redundancies to ensure high durability and safeguards against failures and losses. So I think this is actually a common point now. Durability and redundancy you'd actually get across all the storages. So block storage gives, file storage gives, and object storage gives. Again, in terms of scalability, you can easily scale, and it automatically scales. You don't have to manually scale the object storage. It automatically scales, and see here, it can go up to exabytes of data, which is really a high number, right? And not only that, it's not only that you're getting storage, but on top of it, you're getting very high performance as well as the data grows, right? And it delivers consistent high performance and low latency for small and large objects. So it's not only that if you're storing small objects, you will get good performance. Even for large objects, you will get very good performance. So, and the good thing is, as I said, it automatically scales. And when it scales, not only in terms of data, but in terms of performance as well, right? And the data remains consistent, right? So the reads and writes are consistent. So the main thing is that it provides immediate consistency, ensuring accurate data retrieval after writing. So if you've written something, if you have written something to the storage, and if you read, then you will always get a consistent image of data. That is what is for sure you will get, right? It provides immediate consistency, ensuring accurate data retrieval after writing. And again, quite same thing that we've studied so many times now. You will always get data at rest encryption. You will always get data in transit encryption. Now, again, data at rest encryption is something where about the data which is sitting on the storage, and data in transit is when, let's say, you are writing database backups onto this whole part is actually TLS, or it is encrypted, say in motion, right? And it can easily be integrated with identity and access management. We will take a look into identity and access management. So it is identity and access management, or IAM, which will actually help you in the authentication and authorization, right? And again, there are several mechanisms, and I think the price also varies based on this, the kind of object storage you're going for. So it could either be a standard tier for frequently accessed data, or it could be an archive storage, right? So archive means that the data that you no longer need, right? Are you just putting it in the archive storage, but when you need, you can bring it over. So it's not like a very frequently accessed data, but it is something that you would probably use once a year or 2 times, 5 times in a year, but not something that you use day in, day out, right? So, but always remember, archival storage is used for rarely accessed data, but with a longer retrieval time. Like if you need to retrieve it, the retrieval time would be longer. So you need to remember it. And so there is a concept of buckets in object storage. And so buckets are nothing but they are logical containers for storing the objects, right? So users or systems can create the buckets as needed within a region. And always remember, a bucket is associated with a single compartment that has policies that determine what actions a user can perform, right? And on top of it, there's always a concept of versioning. Versioning means that if you store say an object with say version 1.1, and then you are making some changes, you are storing it as 1.2, 1.3, then you can always bring over the previous version as well. So that's the benefit of versioning. So it supports object versioning, enabling protection against accidental overwrites or deletes. So let's say you accidentally had overwritten this, and this was an accident, and you want to bring over this one, so you can easily bring it over, right? So this is the concept of versioning, as we have the concept in SDLC, software development life cycle. Same way with object storage, you can get versioning done. And it does support a wide range of SDKs, which is software development kits, REST APIs, application programming interface. So there are loads of APIs available for object storage. So you can just simply make use of these API calls and utilize this object storage within your environment, right? And yes, it is integrated. There is a seamless integration with other OCI services for data processing, analytics, and more. So you can always, let's say you are doing some analytics in OCI, and you want to store the files or all the data that has been generated by say analytics services. So just store it in object storage, and then you can easily retrieve it back as well. Right. And another good thing about it is that it allows multi-part upload. What multi-part upload means that you can actually, which enables the large objects to be uploaded in parts. So let's say this is a big picture or big video that you want to actually upload. So you can actually divide it into different parts, and this is what can be done, and it can be uploaded separately as well, which helps in the uploading of large objects. So enables large objects to be uploaded in parts, which enhances the upload performance and allows for parallel uploads. Very important, because if you can do it parallelly, then just think, if you are uploading such a big object in serial, it could take more time. But if you're doing it in parallel, then it can be done easily. That's why it allows the multi-part upload. So with this, we come to the end of the video and also the lecture series on OCI Object Services, or you can also say OCI Storage Services, in which we looked at the block storage, the file storage, and the object storage. So thanks for watching.